You also have some fun storylines, cute guys.
But isn't that crazy? Just, we just have to keep her lively and hopping. The season of Bailey hopping around. Yeah.
So there's Nurse Eli, right?
Correct. And then the anesthesiologist, Ben, who was her old flame. And, there's no telling with Bailey. But, here they all are in the same workplace.
So a little love triangle?
We'll see. I'm teasing.
There's no shortage of hot guys on this show.
Not at all. I think, the fans say we please as far as the eye candy is concerned.
What's the same and what's changed?
Wow. I guess the things that have changed professionally for all the doctors that we've grown as doctors, I went from light blue scrubs to navy blue scrubs, so she's an official attending, and even though it's general surgery, she ended up not doing a specialty so that she wouldn't have to take that time away from being a mom. And it also ended her marriage. She was married at the beginning. She has still remained really maternal as far as the used-to-be interns were concerned. As much as she tries to break away from that, she still has done that. And let's see, so those things that are different, right? But the thing that I think that stays the same is how she still treats those that were her interns. She still basically wants to take care of them.
Now, you and Jim have great chemistry together. Any chance that your characters would ever try dating?
They are so combative. They're so combative. I mean, because we've had an episode in the past where the chief's wife accused Bailey of messing around with her husband, and she found that to be the most hilarious thing that anyone could have ever said. I think it's just an absolutely ridiculous notion to Bailey. I mean, he really is a mentor and someone that, for the most part, she looks up to when she's not putting him down. So her respect level for the chief is way too high to cross a line.
Plus, you have your hands full with two hot guys.
How many can you juggle?
You look lovely in your pink.
Yes, I guess I can say, I don't know, but I guess Meredith is doing a stint in OB right now, hence the pink scrubs. I've had my seasons, I mean, after 8 seasons, I've gone through a lot of things, a lot of phases. And some seasons you can definitely say this isn't a very realistic phase for Ellen with Meredith, because I don't want any hair, any makeup. I really do like it to look raw and real. But, there's such a fantasy element to the show that it's sometimes hard. I don't know. It's just a work in progress still, I guess. You still have to step up and try to make it fresh. And, these fans have been so unbelievably loyal to us. There's so many wonderful shows that don't make it past 3 seasons, let alone to 8. And that's only because of the fans. Because you can be the best show on television, but if nobody watches you, they'll take you off. I think we all know that. So we're on this long because of our ratings. And so, we owe it to the fans to try to keep it as good as we can.
I've rarely ever changed my hairstyle, and I felt very strongly about my character in that way. And also wearing minimal makeup, because I just don't. I just didn't feel like the character ever would change, and I just don't think that people actually really change their hairstyles that often. So this is I've stepped out with this new hairstyle, and let me tell you, Melanie was so thrilled that I let Tanya braid my hair, because I don't like things that are too pretty, because I just don't feel it falls into the character. I think Christine is very, very practical, and it doesn't really care about really how she looks. Good or bad, or whatever, but I think that's quite true to the character. But this episode happens to be where it's a lot of romance between myself and Owen Hunt, so I thought maybe a little prettier hair.